I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Cotton. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got a vote. I've got a vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the act we're not supposed to save for, but I can say this, stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going to that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So that high power, you can find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. Luck throwing again. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
I have no crystal ball up here. I truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and ULA, he looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, and run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Garner. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Garner. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, set. 60 yards. Ready?
On 1st down, Garner. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
On the ready.
We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 7 catches, 104 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line. A 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several line motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5.
8-3.
Running is Jacobs. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Go! 70, Indy. Ready?
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Ready? And logo.
Throwing on third and long. Garner, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still no points on the score. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Coles. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 3, Bengals 0.
Now Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 so far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Locke. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on this.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Off play action. Garner. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, here's Locke. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 58 right there.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. And
it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check, check. No. I'm trying to collect. 25. 25. Check 25. Shoot.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
59. Let's go.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. It's Burns. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is? Play too much zone?
yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garner. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man. That's Harry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. From the gun, Garner. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Garner. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coach. Standing by in Orlando, he'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We got 3, we got 3, we got 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Garner got a man open. That's Harry. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Let's go.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. 2nd down and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burns. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. On 1st and 10, Garner. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Garner. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Quit talking about it. I'm playing.
Looking to throw. Garner. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Garner. Paul bringing it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Garner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Garner. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Paul. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Garner. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? Come. 30 base. Ready?
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Garner. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, an opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. On 1st down, Luck. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Garner. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. Right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Luck. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays. Exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
And for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, you got three.
2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And incomplete on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Cross.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down, Garner. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he connects with Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here we go. Down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garner. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to throw. Garner looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Garner, and this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Zach Ertz with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking is, do I risk it? Do I go for it? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Love. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jacobs now, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
50, plant. But, gotta get the quick. Get on the quick right here.
It's second.
Looking to throw on second down. Garner. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Garner caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether he scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Check, 59. Clear. Ricky. Switch. 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Garner. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Garner, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the... Last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Garner. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Luck on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and... To throw is Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Connor. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the 50, it's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They'll keep it on the ground. Coles. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Curious to see, Charles, about the play calling. drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They run it with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Andrew Luck in the offense. Down 24-21. A minute 45 to play. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now it's Luck. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, they're
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send overtime. His kick is absolutely perfect. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period. Nothing
separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is a mile right now. Now Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there in overtime. 57 yards. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Luck now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Locke off the bootleg. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.